How long does a US entry waiver last? There are 5 things you need to know, including how to maximize your chances of getting the longest waiver possible. That's what I'm going to cover in this video. I'm Dan Joffe. I'm a dedicated US Entry Waiver lawyer. If you want the peace of mind that your US Entry Waiver application is prepared with the maximum chance of success, then reach out to schedule a free confidential call with me. I've included a meeting link in the description of this video. Let's get started. Generally, US entry waivers are granted for 1 to 5 years in duration. Once a waiver is granted, you can travel to the United States as many times as you want for the duration of the waiver period. The decision to grant a US entry waiver and the duration is made by the US Customs and Border Protection, known as a CBP, which is an agency within the US Department of Homeland Security. Specifically, the Admissibility Review Office, which is known as the ARO, will evaluate your I-192 application. At our law firm, we often get this question: can I ask for the longest waiver period, which is 5 years? And the answer is no. The decision regarding the duration of your US waiver is within the discretion of the Customs and Border Protection Agency and the Admissibility Review Office. The CBP and ARO will use criteria to determine the length of your US waiver. These criteria include the strength of your application, the seriousness and extent of the crimes committed, the time since the conviction occurred, whether it is a new waiver or a renewal waiver, and other factors. At our law firm, we are very knowledgeable about these criteria. If you have questions, please schedule a call with me. At some point, your waiver will expire, which leads to the question, when should you start the process to renew your US waiver? To ensure a smooth transition without any gaps in approval, you should start the renewal process about 6 months before your current waiver ends. This will ensure continuity in your ability to travel to the United States. And preparation for your I-192 application is generally easier the second time around. Over time, you will establish trust and a record of compliance with the US Customs and Border Protection, which should increase your chances of being granted longer periods for subsequent waivers. Getting a US entry waiver for less than the maximum 5-year term is not a setback. Rather, consider it an opportunity to demonstrate your commitment to abide by the waiver terms. Your compliance will build trust with the US Customs and Border Protection and strengthen your case for future waiver applications, likely leading to a longer waiver period. Now, the key to securing the maximum 5-year US waiver is understanding the Admissibility Review Office's evaluation criteria for the Form I-192 application. Now, some of these factors, such as the crimes for which you've been convicted and the time that has passed since your conviction, are beyond your control. But you can control the strength of your Form I-192 application. And a well-crafted, robust Form I-192 application will significantly boost the likelihood of securing the maximum 5-year waiver period, which will save you time, money, and hassle in the long term. If you want the peace of mind knowing that your US entry waiver application is prepared by a lawyer with absolutely the best chance of success, then reach out and schedule a free confidential call. I've included a link in the description of this video.